What you need to know about Kamala Harris. A trailblazing prosecutor-turned-politician sits on the cusp of history. Kamala Harris has spent the better part of 2 decades in public life, notching up a long list of things she was the first to achieve: the first black woman to be elected district attorney in California history, first woman to be California's attorney general, first Indian American senator, and now, the first black woman and first Asian American to be picked as a vice presidential maid on a major party ticket. What do people need to know about the woman who sits on the cusp of breaking one of the highest glass ceilings in American life? Here, culled from books, extensive media coverage, and the archives of Politico, is a quick primer on the life of Kamala Devi Harris, the trailblazing prosecutor-turned-senator who just declared vice president in current elections 2020. Kamala Devi Harris was born in Oakland, California on October 20, 1964, the eldest of 2 children born to Shyamala Gopalan, a cancer researcher from India, and Donald Harris, an economist from Jamaica. Her parents met at UC Berkeley while pursuing graduate degrees and bonded over a shared passion for the civil rights movement, which was active on campus. After she was born, they took young Kamala along to protests in a stroller. Her mother chose Kamala's name as her Indian roots. Kamala means lotus and is another name for the Hindu goddess Lakshmi and the empowerment of women. Harris's parents divorced when she was 7, and her mother raised her and her sister, Maya, on the top floor of a yellow duplex in Berkeley. In 1st grade, Harris was bused to Thousand Oaks Elementary School, which was in its 2nd year of integration. For the next 3 years, she'd play Miss Mary Mack and Cat's Cradle with her friends on the bus that traveled from her predominantly black, lower-middle-class neighborhood to her school located in a prosperous white district. As a child, Harris went to both a Black Baptist church and a Hindu temple, embracing both her South Asian and Black identities. "My mother understood very well that she was raising 2 black daughters," Harris later wrote in her autobiography, "and she was determined to make sure we would grow into confident, proud black women." She visited India as a child and was heavily influenced by her grandfather, a high-ranking government official who fought for Indian independence, and grandmother, an activist who traveled the countryside teaching impoverished women about birth control. Harris attended middle school and high school in Montreal after her mom got a teaching job at McGill University and a position as a cancer researcher at Jewish General Hospital. In Montreal, a 13-year-old Harris and her younger sister, Maya, led a successful demonstration in front of their apartment building in protest of a policy that banned children from playing on the lawn. After high school, Harris attended Howard University, the prestigious historically black college in Washington, D.C. She majored in political science and economics and joined the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. While attending law school in San Francisco, Harris lived with her sister, Maya, and helped potty train Maya's daughter. "I'm dealing with this brutal stuff, dog eat dog in school, and then I would come home and we would all stand by the toilet and wave bye to a piece of shit," Harris recalled in 2018. "It will put this place in perspective." In 1990, after passing the bar, Harris joined the Alameda County Prosecutor's Office in Oakland as an assistant district attorney focusing on sex crimes. Harris's family was initially skeptical of the career choice. While she acknowledged that prosecutors have historically earned a bad reputation, she said she wanted to change the system from the inside. In 1994, Harris began dating Willie Brown, a powerhouse in California politics who was then the Speaker of the State Assembly and was 30 years older than Harris. From his perch in the Assembly, Brown appointed Harris to the California Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board and the Medical Assistance Commission positions that together paid her around $80,000 a year on top of her prosecutor's salary. In 1995, Brown was elected mayor of San Francisco. That December, Harris broke up with him because she concluded there was no permanency in our relationship, Brown told Joan Walsh in 2003. And she was absolutely right. Kamala was elected in a runoff with 56.5% of the vote. With her victory, she became the first black woman in California to be elected district attorney. That same election, Gavin Newsom was elected mayor, succeeding Willie Brown. Newsom, now governor of California, is a close friend of hers, and the two have even vacationed together. Her favorite books include Native Son by Richard Wright, The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan, Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison, and The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. She typically wakes up around 6 a.m. and works out for half an hour on the elliptical or SoulCycle. She'll start the day with a bowl of raisin bran with almond milk and tea with honey and lemon before leaving for work. She describes herself as a tough boss, although mostly on herself. One of the few times her father spoke publicly about her was when he reprimanded her for suggestively pointing to her Jamaican heritage when asked about her support for the legalization of marijuana. He criticized her for connecting Jamaicans to the fraudulent stereotype of a pot-smoking joy seeker. He said he and his immediate family wished to categorically dissociate ourselves from this travesty. She's not a fan of being called the female Obama. When a reporter asked her about carrying on Obama's legacy during her run for president, she said, "I have my own legacy." Ladies Insider congratulate on making her way up to the top and pay tribute to his struggle. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe to Ladies Insider for more updates and interesting stories.